Here's our, this is for paras. You don't usually get quads on the floor unless they're really, really good. Okay, so they have to get to the edge of their chair. And they're going to put their legs to one side. So they have to lift their legs over to the side. Legs to one side, off the side of the chair. One hand goes on the seat. The other hand goes down to the floor, and they reach down to the floor and slowly lower themselves down. So that's not really that hard to do. Who's got the gate belt on?
I took it off.
Oh, we'll put it back on again.
Would you ever grab a patient by their pant leg like that? Like you did, like on yourself? Would you do that to a patient or get underneath?
I'd probably get underneath. That's what they do. They grab their pants. Or under the leg, either way.
But by grabbing the pants, you're not grabbing onto their skin either.
Yeah.
So.
But we have a better hold if we hold their leg
Okay.
to assist them. It's just that I'm showing you that's the way they actually do it. They'll just
Right.
grab their pants rather than try to get all the way under their foot, although grabbing your foot's better. Okay, so the first thing you have to do, Miss S, is scoot your bottom out to the edge of the chair. So give a nice push up to get all the way out. A couple times it'll take you. All right, now you need to reach over and put this leg off to the right, like I just showed you. You can use your hands because you're para. And then lift the leg off to the right. Very good. Now this hand's going to go on your seat, and this hand's going to reach down. And I'm going to be over here on the side behind her in my nice stable position so that as she's going down onto the floor, I can slowly lower her with the belt. So you're going to reach down here toward the floor, and down we go. Down, down. See? No dropping onto the floor. Okay? And now let's straighten out your legs. 2. And there we are. We're ready to move a little forward. We'll do your little head hips maneuver to move forward. You can open your fingers, your back. 1, 2, 3, forward. It's hard with the shoes. Well, if you have your shoes off, you'll slide more.
Okay.
That's why I couldn't do 2 because I had my shoes on. There you go. Alrighty. Okay, so now let's just come on down, lay down, come down on one aisle, the other one. And just lay here and rest for a minute. While I go look at my notes and see what we're going to do next. Okay, so now you can get up. And by the way, this is our setup. You have your wheelchair for demos. That's their wheelchair. And you never sit in the patient's chair. That's just very impolite. It's like laying in somebody's bed. You just don't do it. And that's like their territory. So you have your own demo chair. No, I'm just making that point. And so, well, this will be our wheelchair to floor setup. And you can put that chair pretty much anywhere you want. You know, maybe rather than trying to get the patient back over here, put the chair over there, and then I just move the camera around. But we'll do the anterior approach first. So we're going to get them. We did our little creeping. Now what the person's going to do is, if they're going to do it themselves, they'll do their long sitting thing. Get yourself into the side sitting position, and then pull themselves up into tall kneeling from a long sitting position and drag themselves towards the wheelchair. So that's going to be braced. Okay, so they're going to put their hands on the seat of the chair, and they're going to prop up, do their scapular depressions and twist just enough to get one hip on the seat. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, push down and prop. Okay, and then they're going to move one hand over to this armrest, one hand over to this armrest. 1, 2, 3, shift. I'm trying not to make it look too easy. 1, 2, 3, shift.
Shoot.
Huh?
Said shoot.
1, 2, 3. I'm not making it look too easy. And there they are. So where's my gate belt? You're going to do it down. I'm going to help you. Show you the guarding. So we'll just get you on your kneel standing in front. So which hip is my patient going to put on the chair?
Right.
Right hip. So I'm going to be on the right side so I can help turn her. She's going to put her left hip on the chair. I'd be over there. I don't know if it really matters which hip. Okay, so you're going to put your hands here a little bit to the side. And when I count to 3, I think we need to be a little bit closer. So put your hands here and drag yourself a little more forward toward the mat.
You're on my pants.
Oops!
Okay, we're good.
Okay. Just enough to prop the hip. You want to be careful not to go too far. Now, ready? I'm going to get so I can kind of twist your hips here.
I just move this hand when I get up.
Once you get then I'll keep. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Up with that right hip. There you go. Okay, now put your right hand over on the armrest, And bring this left hand back around here to this armrest. And the same thing, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to lift you and shift your hips around. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Let's try that again so you can come back a little further. 1, 2, 3. And I think you're okay. All right, good. Now the posterior approach, that for this one, we're going to use the stool. It's kind of like the stools that were in the book, but it's a bigger, it's easier because you got some places you can put your hands. Remember, and they have one of those stools in the picture in the book? And they actually make nesting stools. Like, those are called nesting curbs, but they also make nesting stools like that, specifically for this purpose. So they will go up the stools, little, like the little steps, and then you take one stool out, you take another stool out to the way they're just going up from nothing at all. A really strong upper body, somebody that's walking around on their arms, they can do it without any kind of stool. So this is a case when you might need to rearrange your environment because you got your patient laying down resting while you're going to get this. So the way they do this is they get over here, with their whole back towards the, they put their hands back towards the stool and they do their whole head hips maneuver thing on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and they push it and pull themselves back onto the stool. Now, they're going to put their hands up here with their fingers rotating out like this. I'm going to remove the shoulder. But the thing is, you guys are not going to have enough upper body strength to lift yourself up into here. So your PTA is definitely going to help you. Your PTA may not even have enough strength to bodily lift you up onto the chair. So what are you going to do? Huh?
Get an aid.
Use your aid. Who's your aid? You. Me. So you have to tell me what to do. So this is how they do it, but I can't do it with just my arm. It would be 1, 2, 3, and then they lift with their arms. They get right to the edge of the chair, and they put their hands back. You got to be careful when you're using your legs to boost yourself. You don't boost yourself too far back, too quick. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Get to my head. 1, 2, 3. And I'm back.
Okay, so as the SPTA, I will help guide you from behind.
Yep,
So
I'm going to do that right now.
So the aid would be the one that probably in the front?
No, it'll be both on the sides.
Oh, both on the sides? Okay.
You'll assign anterior or posterior?
It'll be on your slip, whether you'll be, now getting to the floor is the same either way.
Just posterior.
What?
What you're doing is posterior.
Is it? Well, yeah. What I did before was the anterior.
We got it. We're just saying.
I think they actually have an extra word in the book besides anterior, posterior. Where's my gait belt person? There she is. The patient with no name. So you're going to sit on the mat here, close to it, but we're going to have her do the little head hips maneuver to get back all the way to the stool. So get a little here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to put your hands back on the stool. And on the count of 3, you're going to do that whole head hips maneuver where you tuck your head, push down real hard with your arms, and lift your behind back up onto the stool. You ready? We can see how I am. I got a hand here and a hand here, and I'm down. 1, 2, and 3. Up you go. Let's come back a tiny tad further on the stool. There you go. Okay, now this is the hard part because you're going to have to come over here. And you can come help me, Serena. And now you're my aide. You're going to grab a hold of her belt here. And get a little bit too close. And then you have one hand in the front to kind of keep her from falling forward. And on the count of 3, we're going to lift you up and back into the chair. You want to try to push with your arms as much as you can to get yourself up in the chair. Because you guys don't really have 5+ strength, if you want to push a little bit with your feet, you can. Okay, you got your position. Make sure you got your good body mechanics. Is the foot pedal out of your way? You want to make sure it's back and out of the way. So you don't want the foot pedal here. I'll be tripping over it. You can even take it off if you want to. Okay, you ready, Miss S? 1, 2, and 3. Up we go. Onto the edge of the chair. Okay, now put your right hand on this armrest. Your left hand over here, and we'll do that same thing again. 1, 2, and 3. A little bit easier here because we're not raising up so high. Okay.